Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Claw and the King podcast. We are back here to chat about the latest news and gossip in the world of sport. Look, not been the most eventful couple of weeks, I'd say, but nevertheless, we're here to talk about what's sort of popping and what sort of hitting off at the moment. What do you want to start with? Do you reckon? Is it a bit of NBA preseason action or a bit of Premier League or?
Yeah, we can start with Premier League, I guess.
Mm.
Ange Postecoglou, I saw this morning.
Just sacked. 17 minutes after the game ended, he got sacked.
Oh, dear.
8 games, 0 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. Doesn't bode well for a manager, usually. Bit of a shame.
But they don't understand. They have to wait till his second season.
Yeah, why didn't they wait till his second season? He would have won a trophy, probably the championship trophy, but it wouldn't have mattered. Look, I watched a bit of the game, actually. It was on a relatively good time for Australians. First half, they looked really good. I thought they were competing with Chelsea, and they had some good opportunities, but I didn't watch the second half, and they just got really torn to shreds in the second half. So, look, I think the overall consensus is haven't been playing terribly, but Ange has just not got them ready, essentially. And I think it's probably a combination of a couple of things, and it's the shock exit of their previous head coach in Nuno, and the players just being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Did they make European?
Yeah,
Are they in Europa?
There might be conference, but they were really good last year. And it came out of nowhere, the sacking of Nuno, and obviously it was a rift with the owner, Mr. Marinakis, as they like to refer to him. And I think it was just going into that job, it was just terrible vibes, and you cannot sort of overcome those terrible vibes.
Right.
And Ange, look, as much as we love and respect him, he didn't have the best year last year, even with the trophy. Look, after 8 games, are you surprised that he's gone? Not really. I think it was mainly the manner which he sort of got sacked that surprised a couple of people, but I don't know what your feelings are on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't often see coaches getting sacked after 8 games, so obviously he didn't win one, so not, I guess, the most surprising thing, but look, everyone just wants Ange to do well because he's Australian, basically, but it has been a rough couple of years. I don't think I guess this is the biggest profile clubs he's ever managed in the Premier League. So a bit of a step up from what he was used to. But anyway, maybe it's back to the A-League for him.
He won't get another Premier job ever again.
Back to the Socceroos.
Yeah, what does he do? I think you've almost got to retire. I mean, he's got enough money, surely. Like, what are you going to take? Like,
coach the Socceroos. I think that's a good option.
Yeah, but like, would he even work? I think he's lost confidence. I think even himself, he's like trying to talk a bit when he was sort of under pressure at Notts, and I don't know if he like had
he's lost the aura.
Yeah, he's lost the confidence in himself. So yeah, it's a tough one. I think we'll see what he takes and if he does take anything. But Nottingham Forest, I don't know how they're gonna sort of recover. They're 1 point off the drop zone. So who are they going to bring in? I think talks of Sean Dyche. Should be some good old-fashioned 4-4-2. But yeah, it's a really bizarre one. First kind of exit. I think it's the first managerial exit of the season for Premier League, I'm assuming. Oh, no, Nuno went. So they've sacked the manager twice. So, it's a bizarre one, but we'll see if Ange can sort of pick it up from there. In terms of Premier League... Jesus Christ. That was a bit silly from me. In terms of Premier League this morning, some interesting results. Arsenal winning 1-0. Bit of a classic Arsenal nowadays. They've conceded only 3 goals this season, Arsenal. So... in 8 games. So I hear a lot of Arsenal fans talking about maybe the Chelsea record of conceding 15 in a season is on for Arsenal. So we'll see. look, they've got a great defense. They've got a lot of numbers in their defense, but I mean, are they going to be able to keep this up for 38 games? I highly doubt it.
Arsenal, they're always fast starters, aren't they?
Yeah, they usually are fast starters, and then some tragedy hits where they lose in the Champions League, and then they just hit a wall mentally. So they do have a lot better of a team this year, though. I mean, the amount of money that they've invested is insane. So if they don't win the Prem, it's kind of embarrassing. City also won this morning, so they're sort of back in form, you'd say. They had, obviously, the opening day win and sort of started a bit after that, but I think they've sort of refound their form.
Bournemouth in fourth.
Bournemouth are a good team. Bournemouth are a really good team. Their head coach, highly sought after, they're a really good team. So, to be fair, Man United haven't played yet, so that's why they're not sort of at the top. So,
but they're playing Liverpool.
Yeah, so they'll win. They're easily going to win. I have zero faith in that Liverpool United game, but United they'll win when
they've been looking better, haven't they, recently?
They look better. They do look better, but you need to we might have talked about him before. The United Strand, the guy with
the hair,
yeah. Like, the fact that we even got close.
He's never going to cut his hair.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen United get, string more than 2 wins in a row. And I've never seen that guy, post a TikTok of him being United have won their 3rd game. I don't think he's even got close to cutting his hair. And he's over a year into this whole stick.
You wouldn't think it would be that hard to win 5 in a row. There's, you play an FA Cup game against a bum or a Carabao Cup game against a bum, and then you get
we lost that. We lost. Yeah.
And then you get a couple of easy Prem games.
Well, I think
you could get 5 in a row pretty easily, you would have thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, to be fair, the start of the season for United was not easy. I think it was the toughest graded schedule. We played all the top teams, and after this Liverpool game, we would have played all the top teams. So it's not an easy start, and the middle part of the year is probably going to be a bit easier. So, or the next stretch after this Liverpool game. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't have any faith. When do you reckon he's going to cut his hair, United Strand?
Look, I wouldn't have confidence in it happening this season.
Next, you reckon? I mean,
maybe next.
He might get out of control. He might just he won't be able to walk out in public. His hair.
Well, his hair seems to be growing pretty, at a decent rate.
Yeah,
and some people can grow their hair for a year and it's not really crazy.
No, yeah, but it's very in your face. It's very afro-y. So it's gonna be.
Must have some I don't know what genetics in his background he's got, but some sort of
right. I know what you might be alluding to. Potentially, you never know. But no, yeah, he doesn't. It's not like my hair. My hair is very thin. So if I grew it for a year, it'd be like fucking greasy mop of shit, and I look like
but just super emo.
Yeah, super emo. But he would be looking different. The problem is he wouldn't be able to get it out of his face. It might just because it would just grow forward eventually. So it'd just be he couldn't see. So would he be able to even film the TikToks is the question as well. So we could be endangering his life.
I think that would raise the entertainment value. If he starts filming them and it's just hair, you can't even see his face.
It might. I think it might do. But then how's he going to cross the road? How's he going to drive a car? How's he going to...
Well, he'll have to get it braided or something.
Yeah, maybe he just gets cornrows and the cornrows are just going all the way down. Maybe. It's looking grim for him. And if we beat Liverpool, maybe it's looking on the up and up.
Did they win their last game?
Yes, I believe so. It's a tricky one, but we'll see. I hate the main thing about living in Australia. It's fucking on at 1:30 in the morning on a Monday morning. So it's just
it's on free to air now, isn't it?
No, it's on Stan.
I swear it's on 9 sometimes.
It might be on 9 sometimes, but because 9 is the parent company of Stan. It owns Stan, so it's Stan is their streaming service. So it's kind of most. I guarantee all of the games are on there, but they'll put on some probably on free to air. But Anyway, moving on. bit of NBA preseason happening at the moment. Not much to talk about. Not much drama. There's the common storylines. I think people are a bit looking at the Mavs as maybe a dark horse. That's some of the stuff you hear. And but yeah, is there anything that you've kind of picked up in the preseason so far? I know it's just kicked off, but
preseason's just ended.
Oh, did it?
The actual season starts on Wednesday.
Does it?
Yeah.
Jesus, that turned quick. I did not realize that. I thought there was a whole fucking. I thought people always complained about preseason because it took fucking 3 months.
I think it's like 3 weeks, maybe.
Anyway, well, season preview. Let's get into it. Yeah. So, look, the main contenders, obviously the Clippers, there with Bradley Beal, Chris Paul. I mean, who would want to sort of support that team?
Well, honestly, I think the Clippers are looking good.
Well, yeah,
you've got a really deep team now. Now, obviously, it's the same question every year. Can that brother Kawhi stay on the court?
For either... Now, it's not just injuries at this point. It might be, legal reasons.
Yeah, some off-field incidents, but I don't. It doesn't look like he's going to get suspended, so...
Yeah, the NBA just like, he just took an extra 50 mil for nothing.
We haven't seen him healthy in 10 years. We cannot lose him for
yeah,
something.
That's probably what the NBA said. This guy's been hot. The karma has come through injuries. He doesn't need to sort of be suspended because he's already spent his entire career on the sideline. So he doesn't need it.
No.
And that was probably the mistake that Pablo Torre made. He's probably like, the NBA is going to use my research and fine him and suspend him. It's like, well, maybe he's done his time. Maybe he did his time beforehand. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to take this extra money as compensation for being injured so much due to me playing in this league. Maybe he's looked at it the wrong way. Maybe we're all looking at it the wrong way.
Well, I think that's only fair.
Maybe
a logical person would look at it.
Maybe the trees looked at him. Maybe the tree spoke to him and said, because it was a tree company. Maybe the tree spoke to him and said,
"We're like planting trees."
Yeah. Oh, well, it was like Save the Trees.
Save the Trees, right?
Kind of charity organization that paid him like 50 mil, and he didn't do a single thing.
But he didn't get all the money, I don't think.
No, yeah, he might have split it with his manager, but
they didn't pay him the full amount they owed him.
Well, because they went under.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they just funneled money into it.
So anyway, at this stage he's not suspended. But yeah, the Clippers, I'm liking what they're looking like. Harden and Kawhi are obviously still great players when they're on the floor. John Collins is a nice pickup.
Yep.
They've got depth at every position, really.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's solid off the bench.
Mate, the amount of times I've been excited as a Clippers fan going into a season and it not panning out any way which I'd want it to, is alarming. There's been too much pain as a Clippers fan for me to have any kind of hope that this will work out. I'm sure it can. I'm sure that there's a potential ability for this team to win something, but I just have zero faith. Absolutely not.
Well, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to have faith in them winning a championship. That's probably a bridge too far. But look, you could be the Kings, and I would say the Kings are like the worst version of the same roster construction that the Clippers have.
I disagree. I would rather be a Kings fan.
What?
The worst thing in sports is having hope and then it completely falling apart.
Well, that's just because you're just using the 10 years of previous history to drive that opinion.
It is.
Right now, you wouldn't rather be the Kings, who have an aging superstar team, but all of them are just worse players than
but I'd rather just give up. I'd rather just be like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a Kings fan, sure, but it's just kind of in the, I don't care. Like, I'd rather that than care about a team that infuriates me. They have... The amount of hope that they have quashed every season is substantial. It's too much to speak about. They are hopeless. And to have hope and then lose it is worse than having no hope and then them losing. It's like if you're
It's like Star Wars. The start of the season is episode 4, A New Hope. And then they get to episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And, Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hand. But then they just never recover. They don't make it to episode 6.
Yeah. Sure.
Elite analogy.
Elite. Yeah, look, there's zero hope from me, so we can say what we want about the Clippers, but and how technically on paper this is the best team that they've ever had, but in reality, I know that half of them will be injured by the playoffs, and then the other half will just fall apart in the playoffs. So, no, look, I actually like the John Collins edition. I think it works really well with Harden. If we're talking about it seriously, Harden, Zubac, Collins. I think that's going to be a really good sort of triple threat. I was about to say duo, but then triple threat. Kawhi, obviously, if he's healthy. Bradley Beal. I mean, does he fit with these guys? No. He needs the ball to score. And that was a whole problem in Phoenix, was that, he was the third best guy on the court, even fourth best guy at times. And they were like, we're not going to give you the ball. Just sit in the corner. And that wasn't his game. And that's never been his game. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can contend, but I'd have much more faith in the Lakers doing anything this year than I would the Clippers.
The Lakers, they haven't won many preseason games, but they've looked decent. Obviously, LeBron's out to start the year, which is a little bit concerning at 42 years of age. So,
is he 42 now?
Or maybe 41, whatever.
He's insane, honestly.
Yes, hopefully he can get back soon. Apparently it's only a couple of weeks off. If he can get back soon, that's obviously good. Luka has looked amazing. Maybe cheeky chuck a little money on Luka for MVP.
I think that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. The Lakers, I mean, DeAndre Ayton is their center, though. That's the main thing.
But I saw flashes in preseason. I saw a little turnaround
again,
midi. I saw a little
story of his career.
Pull-up midi.
It's a story of his career.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't need him to be good. He can be the 5th best player on our team. He just has to have somewhat decent rim protection.
I agree, but he has to have the effort of... He's got to have the effort, and that his whole thing is that he has zero effort in any game that he's in.
Yeah. But he said he's excited about his role.
Right, okay. If I was the Lakers, I'd rather have Kevon Looney than I would DeAndre Ayton.
I don't know about that.
I'd rather have
some sort of athleticism. Kevon Looney can barely dunk.
Yeah, but he has effort and defensive ability. Like, Ayton has the ability, but he has zero effort. And, like, every other team has given up on him. Like, he was good for the Suns when they made that push to the finals. That's it. So maybe it's just he's in bad environments. Who knows? But it reminds me of just a couple centers. I mean, like when you went with the Michael Beasley route and
Beasley.
Yeah, like
that's not comparable.
But yeah, it's horrendous. So, yeah, can you have any faith in him?
No. But anyway, during the regular season, Jackson Hayes is serviceable. We saw that last year. He just obviously can't touch the floor in the playoffs. But as a lob threat, he's good in the regular season. The Marcus Smart pickup, I think, is going to be good if he can stay healthy. Defensively, he's still decent. He can hit some shots. Vanderbilt looks healthy.
30% from the field.
Don't worry about it. Jake LaRavia, I like that pickup. Solid floor spacer as a 3/4.
I'm actually less confident in the Lakers since we started talking about
Rui's looking good. Austin Reed's. We're a deep team now. I rate this roster.
Are you a deep team? No.
We're deep as, man. Gabe looks like he's learned how to play basketball again.
It's preseason, mate.
I don't care.
It's preseason. Yeah, look. I think there were a couple good pieces in there. I think the Reeves piece, I think, obviously LeBron, if he's healthy, Luka. I think the main, obviously, issue coming into the season, which you touched on, was the LeBron injury. This team is a lot less scary when it comes to playoffs if LeBron is unhealthy. Luka's a great player, but it would almost remind me of the situation in Dallas where he's just carrying the team. He might have a good secondary scorer like he had a Tim Hardaway Jr. and he's got Austin Reeves. So it just kind of reminds me of the sort of Dallas situation. But yeah, I don't know. There's other teams that are better.
The thing is, the West is just unbelievable. Like,
Well, yeah.
it's
Do they
just insane.
in a realistic world, if every team is like unrealistic world, if every team's healthy, are they getting past the Thunder or the Nuggets? No.
Well, it's just, I mean, it's all about matchups. Like, if the Thunder and the Nuggets, like, if the Nuggets finish fourth, then they're going to be playing the Thunder in the second round. So, one of them's going to be out.
But then one of them's going to be through.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a likely world where you don't have to play both of them. And in a 7-game series, if you've got Luka, a healthy LeBron, you're a chance, in my opinion.
I don't disagree, but yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
Like I'm looking at this. I just hate. I'm going to die on the hill that the conference system needs to go. I hate it. There would be only 4 teams that make the playoffs from the East.
It's in every American sport. You're never
I don't
getting
care.
rid of it. It's in every sport.
Yeah, but they should change it in basketball. I feel like it's the most profound difference in basketball.
I think it's... Well, the thing is, in other codes, it isn't based on location, really. It is, but it isn't. So that's what I think. They should shift it. It's going to be tough for some fans and some teams to be moving from a West to an East, but no one cares about All-Star or any of that shit anymore anyway. So I think they should move it to... Like, what the NFL does is that, like, San Francisco and the LA Chargers are in 2 separate conferences, even though they're in the same kind of... They're in Los Angeles. Well, they're not in Los Angeles. They're in California. So what a team would do, so they'd have like a AFC West and an NFC West. So they'd split up that. So they split up the teams in a certain area. So Seattle, NFC, LA Rams, NFC, LA Chargers, AFC, Denver Broncos, AFC West, the the Vegas Raiders, AFC West. So, like, even though they're in kind of the same area, they've split them. So you're going to have... Because the biggest thing in the NBA is a lot of people live on the West Coast. Now, not everyone. Like, Miami's a great location, should be doing a lot better than it is in terms of recruitment and stuff like that. And New York as well. But, yeah, everything else... And Chicago as well. But the West is where a lot of, players want to play. So it's understandable that the conference system isn't working out, because it's like the Premier League, where these top teams just continually remain at the top because they can recruit the best players and they can recruit the best young players. So it's just, they get the best of the best in everything. And it's like the West. They get the best free agents want to come to the Lakers, maybe even Clippers, Dallas, like these top markets, these players want to come to. So it's it's tough.
And it just annoys me that there's going to be really good teams that don't even make the play-in potentially in the West, and then you're going to have like absolute stinkers in the East. Like Miami's going to be in the play-in again, definitely. Garbage. Chicago's probably going to be in the play-in again. But anyway, we move. Do you want to go through like some predictions, like a team that's going to go up or a team that's going to go down?
Yeah, it's a good question. That is a good question. I haven't actually thought about it. I think... Hey, do you want from each conference, do you reckon? Or do you want to...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I don't like the Thunder, but I don't think they're going to go down. They're too good to fail. Like, as much as I want the Thunder to fail, they're too good to fail. I think the Warriors are going to fall off.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Curry's on the back end of his career. I don't think he's going to be the same player he is. I just don't think they have the pieces to really work. I mean, they were pushing towards the end of last year, but I think they can completely fall off a cliff this year. That's probably my team. I mean, you can go with others, but I think the Mavericks are going to push into the playoffs definitely this year with Cooper Flag. Apart from that, there isn't many in the West that I think are just falling off a cliff. I mean, Thunder are going to be where they are.
Someone has to. That's what makes it.
Someone has to, but I mean, Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers, Lakers. I mean, Suns are never going to be there. The Kings are not going to be there.
I think Spurs are going to move up. I think they're definitely a play-in, potentially playoff team.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I still think they're a year away. You look at the pieces that they have. I don't even know if they mesh well together. They've got 3 point guards that all play the same style and can't shoot.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got Wemby. He is literally a god. And
is he going to be healthy?
Castle is really good. Castle reminds me of a young Westbrook, but a better shooter.
But is Wemby going to be healthy?
I think so. I mean, he had a freak injury last year.
Yeah. Well, look, Wemby is the most valuable player in the NBA. So, yes, I think he could carry the team, but I don't love how Fox and Castle going to play together. And who's the young kid they drafted this year that is the same profile of player? Is it Dylan Harper? Is that?
Nah, I don't think so.
But
they've got Vassell, they've got Keldon Johnson, they've got solid pieces. And with Wemby, I feel like they're going to be better than Sacramento. I think Memphis are going to fall off.
Memphis could fall off, but yeah, that's probably a good shout for a team that could fall off. But again, with Morant missing a lot of last year, does him coming back do anything? I mean, they still got Morant, Jaren Jackson, they have good pieces there as well. So
they lost Desmond Bain.
Yeah, but I mean, they got a whole... Yeah. Maybe Desmond Bain is the point. But still, they should be a good team. I don't know if many teams are falling off in the West, personally. But yeah, I don't hate the Spurs as a sort of climber, but my climber is probably going to be the Mavs. I think they could definitely get top 4. I mean, that defense is going to look...
Top 4, wow.
I mean, that defense is going to look unbelievable.
Did they win the trade, maybe?
They got lucky with the trade. They didn't win it. If Nico Harrison comes out the winner in that trade, I'm just going to lose it. East, I think there's a bit easier of a one, just because it's kind of like a lucky draw, whoever gets in the playoffs in the East, and especially with the sort of bottom 3 seeds. I think the Bucks are going to be the big risers.
What?
Personally,
the Bucks are going to be the rise. Their second best player is Kyle Kuzma. I
think the Bucks are going to be the risers. I think they were horrendous last year. I think Giannis is a different level of player. He's got his brothers back. That's the main thing. Look, they've lost players, sure. But no, I think they're going to be much more cohesive as a unit. I just think they'll be... I don't think they're going to be winning the championship, but I think people are kind of underestimating the impact that Giannis has on his team. And
they were 5th, so you think they're going to finish higher than that?
Yes, I think they'll get top 4.
That's I think highly unlikely, I'd say.
You say? Well, what did Dame do for them last year?
Well, you forget this as well. I don't know if you watched Starting 5. I watched a few of the first episodes. They won the in-season tournament last year.
They did.
Nobody actually cares about that thing.
No. No, you're right. Well, the Lakers won it.
Exactly. No one even remembers it.
Look. Okay. Well, who do you pick to rise in the East then?
Well, Detroit and Orlando, I'd say, are both definitely moving up.
Well, where did Orlando go last year? Orlando was locked in a
7th.
Yeah, but they fell away at the end of the season there. I mean, they were up there in top 4 for the large majority of the season. Are they rising? Is Desmond Bain pushing them to...
I think they'll be top 4, yeah.
Okay.
And I think Atlanta will be better as well.
How is Atlanta going to be better?
They got Porzingis.
Is Porzingis pushing Atlanta over? I mean,
they get Dyson Daniels is going to be better. They get what's his name? Jalen.
Oh yeah, Jalen Johnson back. Yeah, look, maybe the Jalen Johnson thing is the pushing it over the edge, but I don't know. I think Porzingis never can get healthy. They have real inconsistencies within that team. Trae Young, defensive ability is not there. And look, they've filled him with really good defenders now, but again, is Porzingis going to stay healthy? Jalen Johnson, how's he going to come back from his injury? So, look, it's a crapshoot. I don't think any pick is wrong, really.
No,
because
and the one wild card is Philadelphia.
No, they were my. I picked them to fall again.
They were 13th.
They're falling again. I don't get. They're coming 15th.
Bro, they've got. If Embiid stays healthy, like they're obviously going to be better than 13th.
And I know, but I was never picking them to rise. That you cannot pick them to rise. They were an abomination last year.
Yeah, but
is Paul George going to shoot better than 20% from the field?
It couldn't go worse than it did last year.
It can.
It can't. Like if Paul George just somehow remembers how to play basketball and gets 50 games out. If Embiid can somehow get 60 games out.
Again, that's a big somehow. I think the only hope is VJ Edgecombe. He's the only hope that they have. He looks really good. He's looked really good in preseason. But he's got a great story. But, like, I mean, having faith in
Maxey, like, surely Maxey and who else do they have? No, they don't have Grimes. Do they have Grimes?
They might do.
I think they have Quentin Grimes. Like, they're better than 13th.
Yeah,
they have to be better than 13th.
Yeah, but are they better? I think they could be 10th. Is that my big riser? Someone moving from 13th to 10th?
Mm.
But Embiid cannot stay healthy. He cannot. You can't even trade him. You couldn't even trade him. There's not a.
He's so. And the thing is, I did I did a fantasy draft, and I took Embiid, but in like the 5th round. So I think he was like the 60th pick.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I think he won the MVP 2 years ago, didn't he? 3 years ago?
Maybe. No, so Jokic won it twice, then Embiid won it. Yeah, it might have been 2 years ago. And then, was it Embiid then SGA?
No, I'm pretty sure Jokic won it the year before that, did he? I can't remember. But anyway, he's won the MVP recently.
Mm. And yeah, he also hasn't played since he won the MVP. So, yeah, he has no... I mean, Paul George cannot get on the court, and when he is on the court, he's horrendous. And then what you're looking at, Maxey and a rookie that's gonna play for you.
McCain
coming back.
McCain, you've done it again.
But he's injured as well. I saw he got injured.
Yeah.
So, like...
Kyle Lowry?
Oh, yeah, we still haven't faith in Kyle Lowry in the big 2026.
PJ Tucker, I'm sure he's floating about on this team somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm not picking Philly. After I watched last year, it would hurt me if I had to pick them.
Yes. I guess the fallers is kind of easy. It's obviously going to be Boston and Indiana just because of their best players aren't playing this season.
So is Halliburton confirmed out for the year?
Well, I mean, he did his Achilles, so you'd assume so.
Can he not come back? I think the Pacers have a good enough core around to... Look, they'll still make the playoffs. You got the Furf in there as well. Are you kidding?
He's not playing, though.
The Furf? Have you seen his dunks?
I've seen his dunks.
Yeah, look, I don't hate either of them. I think, the Celtics... Again, Celtics have got good core pieces around. So
Celtics? They look ass.
Yeah, but... Look, they've got a proven team with...
They have one player left.
Who's a very good player. Again, it's the East. I've picked the Bucks to be risers because they've got one good player. Like, you have one elite player and you're set in this conference. It's going to be an interesting one. The Knicks may be potential fallers.
Really? I think that everyone's got them as conference favourites.
I know, but... They've been worn out the past couple of years.
But they've got rid of what's his name, Thibodeau, who works them to the point of exhaustion.
But that's the thing. Will that? I think that worked on those style of players. I think that style of play worked on the Josh Harts, the Brunsons, the Ananobies.
Probably not the Cats.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think his style of coaching worked with them. And I think without him, they lose an identity. And it's kind of like, would I be surprised if they floundered this season a bit? No.
I think they just clearly have the either first or second best roster with Cleveland, whichever way you want to do it. But on paper, there's no way they should be below second.
I'm not going to pick him as a faller. I'm just saying I'm putting it out there that I wouldn't be surprised if they fell away a bit. Yeah, who's going to fall in this? I mean, yeah, look, you might be right. It might have to be a Celtics. Yeah, it'd have to be. Because, like, the Heat underperformed last year. The Nets, are they going to do anything? No. Raptors, again, bottom of the barrel last year. Sixers, again, 13th. Magic, yeah, they can't be falling past where they were last year. Heat, like I said. Hornets, are they going to rise or fall? No. Hawks, are they going to fall? No. Pistons, maybe? Do you think the Pistons can
fall?
Yeah.
Nah.
You think the Pistons
I don't see how
keep
they
going?
get worse.
Yeah.
Cade seems like he's on that trajectory to be one of the best players in the league.
Can the Wizards fall anymore? Can we pick the
Well,
Wizards?
they can. I don't even. Who do they have on their roster? I don't even know if I can name a Wizards
Alex
player
Sarr?
right now. Alex Sarr. Corey Kispert, is he still on the team?
John Wall, is he kicking it out somewhere?
Marcin Gortat.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, you never know. But yeah, I think the Celtics are a good shout. I think the Pacers are a shout as well, but I'll pick the Celtics to fall.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other predictions we want to do? Stories?
Who do you reckon? Well, I reckon we do finals prediction. Who's going to be sort of in the finals?
Finals prediction. I'm gonna go Knicks Lakers.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be Knicks Lakers. I think,
if I'm not biased, Knicks Nuggets, but
I think it's got to be Nuggets Cavs. I don't know how the Cavs don't make it past the East.
the Cavs should make it. But I'm just banking on the fact that they suck in the playoffs.
Yeah, but they have no one to play anymore. I mean, Celtics and Pacers were literally the only teams last year that could do anything in the East, and they can't do it anymore. So
yeah,
if you just can't lose. You can't. It's impossible.
They can though.
No, you just can't. There's no way. But yeah,
Health is like Darius Garland always seems to get injured right when it matters.
Yeah, but they just can't lose. They can't. So yeah, I'm gonna pick them to sort of keep going. And yeah, I think Nuggets. I just like them over the Thunder. I probably could pick Thunder.
If you actually like the Thunder, you're a sicko.
Yeah, you hate basketball.
You do, and you probably to a larger extent hate the world.
I would not hate that take actually. I'd actually concur with that take. So yeah, the Thunder. And is it anything to do with my saltiness about the PG trade? No, it's got nothing to do with that. I think that was a great trade for both sides.
Well, I mean, the results say so.
Yeah, speaks for itself. You've seen Paul George recently; he looks unreal. No, so yeah, not ideal. But I think the Nuggets, in all seriousness, are I think it's probably 1A, 1B at the moment. But I think, and the Nuggets probably on the B side. But I think the Nuggets could absolutely win.
Well, they've upgraded, bringing back Bruce Brown, Cam Johnson.
Yeah, Cam Johnson for Michael Porter. I think that's a definite upgrade for them. And Jokic playing, Murray playing. I just think unless there's a major injury there, there's just looking up for them. So, yeah, we'll see.
We shall see. Season starts Wednesday. It's kind of the end of that. I feel like for me, when the NRL season ends and before the NBA season starts, it's just like a couple weeks of depression and just nothing to do with my life.
Well, that's why you got to get into NFL. That's why you got to get into.
I did. There was the I watched the end of that game the other day at work where Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco.
That was a great game.
The two 40-year-olds getting after it.
Yeah, getting after it, and you love to see it. Yeah, I think it was a great game. Nearly won it. I dropped Aaron Rodgers. I picked him up originally in my fantasy team for the game because I was like, yeah, the Bengals are shit at defense. And then I was like, oh, well, actually, I've got the Pittsburgh kicker. I don't want it to be sort of counterproductive. I want to sort of hedge my bets on one side.
Right.
So I dropped Rodgers, and then he scored 33 points, which is very good in fantasy. Good. So,
well, he threw a very long
Hail Mary. Yeah, he nearly won it on a Hail Mary. So, look, really good game.
And he almost bashed his teammate for celebrating.
Yeah, and look, as you do. That's the biggest old head thing he's done. So, good game. And, the NFL, you got to get into it. It's kicking off.
I know, but it's just slow. I can't.
It's slow.
It is slow.
Yeah, but that's why you got to have fan. It's like betting on every game. It's perfect. But you're not giving up money every game. But you're betting with your heart, not your...
So are you changing your team for every game?
Depending on injuries.
Wow.
But
how many people on the roster?
So you 50? Have one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, a flex, which is a running back, receiver, tight end. Anyone you can pick, really. And then you get a tight end, a kicker, and a defense. And you can have different settings.
One defense?
Yeah.
So one defensive player?
No, it's like one defensive team. So
it's only about the offense, really.
Well, it's like you pick. Yeah, it's about the offense, but you pick a team that, like, for me, I'd pick a team that's playing a shit offense.
So with your first pick, would you pick a team?
No, you'd pick a player. So it's players out. It's players, and then it's a defensive team. But and you have a bit of a bench. Like, look at all those players are injured. So yeah. So
who was your first pick?
It was Puka Nacua. Great pick. He turned out really good.
Isn't he injured? Is that Puka Nacua?
No, it's LeBron. It's on Sleeper. It's really fun. They do different photos, and he's like, have you seen all the memes about Puka Nacua loving LeBron? He was like, I'd pick seeing LeBron over my birth of my first child and shit. Yeah. So they reframed his photo on Sleeper as LeBron in all around.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that's what he looks like.
No, but he was a great pick until he got injured. But yeah, that's hard. But no, it's going okay. I made a big trade, but my team's completely injured. So,
but yeah, surely you would need a good QB. That's most important. If you're trading in and out Aaron Rodgers,
no, but it's not though, because quarterbacks usually end up in the same sort of points range. I traded for Lamar, who's the best one, so you can get above that. But the large majority of quarterbacks are scoring in the 15 to 22 point range. So there's not much difference. But Puka Nacua, who's a receiver, can score 30 points. But another receiver, starting receiver, his potential could be 10 points. So it's you're not picking on who's scoring the most points each week. You're picking on the difference between your player scoring in comparison to the league average in his position. So the golf, it's about creating a golf between. It's hard to explain, but anyway. But no, that's got my mind. It's got my heart.
What's the prize?
I think everyone put $20 in, so it's 24 people. So, but it's separated into conferences. So 12 people, 12 team leagues. But then the final is the winner of each conference play each other.
Wow.
So, so it'd be $500 or something like that.
Cheeky.
It's huge.
Huge.
But yeah, no, we got to get into it. We got to create our own league. I just don't know how many people we know like NFL.
Probably couldn't find 24.
No, you don't need 20. You just need 10 to 12. But that's the thing. It's who in Australia loves the NFL?
There's plenty of people.
There's plenty, but no people that we know is a problem. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Again, main thing is no one cares about your fantasy team. I don't even know why I brought it up, but that's the joke that everyone talks about. It's if you talk about your fantasy team, don't, because no one cares. But you love to talk about it because you're so proud of it. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Anything you want to move on into?
Moving on.
Talk about a bit about the Ashes.
Bit of the Ashes, yep.
Both Ashes. So
big Australia and England rivalry over the next couple months coming up.
You love to see it.
You love to see it.
But yeah, big rivalry. We'll talk about rugby league first. Australia are probably going to win.
They're definitely going to win.
It's in England, though. You can't discount that. With those big sort of English players, you know, big home ground sort of vibe. But no, yeah, I think that you look at the team on paper and it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I don't see how England could even compete.
No, they can't compete.
I mean, if the main figurehead of your team is AJ Brimson.
Did you see the reaction to that?
What?
All the comments is English people saying, get rid of this guy, he's not English.
It's like, come on, bro. It's our best player.
They don't want him. They don't want him.
Look, I get it's tribalism, but like, he's our best player by a country mile. So yeah. It's kind of important that we did pick him, so.
But it's just like, if I was a Brimson, I'd be like, fuck. They don't even want me.
Yeah, but he's playing international rugby. Like, look, yeah, he's clearly grown up probably an Australian fan. Like, let's be real. But he's got an opportunity to play international rugby, so you can't hate on it too much. So, and he's like, yeah, I'm never getting back in the Queensland team, so I might as well.
He could, though.
Well, he's going to supplant Reece Walsh, is he?
No, but he's always in the mix if there's an injury or for a bench spot.
He was when they were fucking trying out Corey Allen on the wing. Yeah, but I don't think they were really ever like, AJ Brimson's our future guy. He's not even... The Titans don't even know if he's a future guy. Never mind fucking Queensland.
Yeah.
True. But yeah, so look, hopefully England can win. So the first game's end of this month? 25th?
This week. This Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, so yeah, will be hopefully a good win by England.
I think, look, if England keep it within 30 points, that's a good result.
It's like the NRL was the women's game that in Vegas where it was England versus
it was
Australia.
like 100-0 or something.
100-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not have that. That'd be ideal. But no, yeah, Reece Walsh in his form is just, it's not.
Yeah, like when you got Walsh, Cleary, Grant, Munster, like, they're going to carve up.
No. AJ Brimson's better than that. He could get...
Who's England's halves? Bringing Gareth Widdop back?
Gareth Widdop back?
I think they got George Williams.
Yeah. Well, yeah, look.
Lewis Dodd.
Yeah, kicked out of Souths for being not good enough, and Souths finished second bottom, so not ideal.
Their forwards are okay. They've probably still got a Burgess in there somewhere.
No, I think they're all...
John Bateman.
Yeah, well, that was a controversy, actually, was why John Bateman was picked, because everyone kind of hates him.
Well, he's in the NRL, so surely
he wasn't... Like, he's not been in good form at all. So, yeah. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to try and find the team.
Smithies. He's English, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they got Herbie, I guess.
Well, Herbie's the main guy. Yeah, sorry. AJ Brimson is not the best. I completely forgot about him. So, yeah, I think... Let's just give me the teams. Come on, bro. So, hang on. Let's have a look. Let's just give me AJ Brimson.
Just
I don't
go
care
on the
about...
Instagram.
Go on the Instagram, bro.
Yes.
Let's have a look. So, yeah. Herbie is unbelievable. So, okay, so here it is. So, John Bateman, AJ Brimson, Joe Burgess. So, you're right, there is a Burgess. I don't know who Joe is.
Is he a legitimate Burgess?
I don't know.
Is he
He might be a fake Burgess. He might be a fraud Burgess. Daryl Clark.
He's good.
Love Daryl. Having a guy called Daryl in your team is not.
That's the most like. They've picked Daryl up on the way to the bus.
They've put out a social media post saying he wants to play for the England rugby team. Herbie Farmworth, Ethan Havard, Tom Johnston. I think he's a goalkeeper for West Brom. Morgan Knowles, Matty Lees, Mikey Lewis, Jez Litton. Jez. Good old Jez. Mike McMeekin, Harry Newman, Mikolai Olodensky, Sounds very English.
Very.
Kai Pearce-Paul.
There you go.
There you go. He's great for the Knights.
Yeah, so good they got rid of him.
Nah, he wanted to leave. Harry Smith, Morgan Smithies, Owen Trout, Alex Walmsley, Jake Wardle, Callum with a K, Watkins, Jack Wellesby, George Williams, and
Dom Young.
The greatest winger in rugby league, Dominic Arthur Beetson Young.
That guy is going to tear it up.
What a man.
They might play him at fullback, honestly.
I'd honestly rather Darryl at fullback than fucking.
Imagine if Darryl is the fullback.
He probably is, mate. Darryl. Look, there are some good players there. Herbie Farnworth is the best centre in the NRL, so I don't know what you're yapping about.
Okay, sure.
He's the best centre in the NRL.
Is that going to win you this game?
It's the best centre in the NRL.
Second best, but
what? Behind Crichton?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think anyone believes that.
I think the majority of people believe that.
Wasn't Herbie Farnworth in the team of the year?
Yeah, wasn't Critter?
Yeah, but Farnworth wasn't he Dally M centre of the year? I swear.
There's two.
Oh, okay, there's two. Anyway, well, yeah, hopefully England can win. But the main news...
And Herbie didn't win. I'm pretty sure Stags got it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was that controversial? Well, Herbie was injured, wasn't he? Maybe. Anyway, so moving on to the cricket Ashes, which is the most important
Probably more competitive.
I doubt it. Pat Cummins out for the at least start of the series and could be out for the entire series.
Not confirmed.
Cam Green, also not looking good. He's out for...
He's just out for the India series because he doesn't want to play them.
Why does he want to play them?
Because he doesn't like ODIs and T20s.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he doesn't like...
No, he loves Indians.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Well, he doesn't love them. He wants to beat them. But
yeah. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
No, I think, look, it'll be a competitive series, obviously. The main thing is the main worry as an England fan is the bowling attack that we have. It is horrendous. It's like solely relying on Jofra Archer to be good. And look, he's never played on an Australian wicket, and I feel his game is suited.
Surely he has.
No.
He'd never played in Australia.
No.
I swear he has.
Well, he's played for the Hobart Hurricanes. So,
yeah. But I swear he played like in an Ashes 8 years ago here.
No. He's only played one Ashes, and was at England, and then he's just been injured the entire time. So, he's obviously a great player, and hopefully we can see him unleashed.
Well, you got everyone's saying you're gonna have Mark Wood and Jofra, two elite fast bowlers in terms of pace.
Direction, not so much, especially Mark Wood.
But if he's bowling 150, you throw him in.
Well, no, yeah, it's like
who else is rolling around? Ollie Robinson's still rolling around.
He's not good. Ollie Robinson, he's crap. Gus Atkinson's actually okay. He's actually got a bit with the bat as well, so I'd hope we pick him. It's not looking good, and the spinners are horrendous. Bashir is horrendous. So, I think the bowling attack...
Spinner is low-key very important in Australia.
Honestly could be like a battle. It could be just like a...
bat versus ball.
Well, I think it... Well, it is always a bat versus ball. That's the game of cricket. But I think it could be just like a 400, like, each. Like, Australia going to get 400 first innings in India.
If we're getting 400 in the first innings, I'll take that.
Well, I wouldn't, because England would get 450 and then...
But the thing is, historically our bowling is what saves us, right? But
again, you were playing against Dawid Malan and you weren't playing against
Moeen Ali.
Don't you dare disrespect Mo Ali.
I feel like he was like thought of in a very high regard in England, but he was just shit in Australia every time he played.
Yeah, he was regarded as one of the best players in England. And in short form he was, but he never really translated to Test cricket. But no, it's the batting lineup is way better. I mean, I think if we compare batting lineups, it's night and day.
Who's in it? Is Duckett and Crawley open?
Duckett, Crawley,
Brooke?
and they'll be sort of locked in. So Crawley actually plays well in Australia because he's a tall guy and he likes the bounce.
He didn't last time.
Well, but the thing with Crawley is he'll get off to a good start because he'll score 20 runs in 18 balls, and then they'll nick.
What about that bloke that got bowled first ball of the series last time?
Yeah, see, you're not facing Rory Burns. See, that's the thing. Duckett, great batter as well. One of the best openers in the world. 3 is the contentious spot for me in the England batting lineup. Ollie Pope, I don't think he's good at all.
But he's the keeper, isn't
he? He can keep. Is he the keeper? No, he's not. No, he's not the keeper. What? Made me second guess myself.
I've seen him keeping before.
He can keep. You're not wrong, but he's not the keeper. Yeah, Ollie Pope, he's crap. But there could be a little bit of a. We could play the young guy. His name just escaped me.
Joe Root.
He's not young. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, but yeah, it'd probably be Pope at 3. It starts with B.
Bairstow.
No, Bichelle. No.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, sorry. Name escapes me. But he's played a couple times for England. From the West Indies, actually, I think.
Is he?
Which is a bit bizarre.
White.
He is white, but
so how is
it's
he
a weird
West
one.
Indies?
It's like the white Jamaican guy kind of deal. But no.
Bethel.
Yeah, there you go. Jacob Bethel. So he might be in the mix if they want to risk it, but I don't think they will. I think I'll stick with Pope initially. Joe Root, best batter in the world. Harry Brook, second best batter in the world. Jamie Smith, best keeping batter in the world. So the middle order, then it goes Stokes if he's healthy, and then
he's healthy, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's injured every fucking other day. So I'm saying if Stokes, then Jamie Smith.
That is a great middle order.
That middle order is insane. Like that middle order, I don't think I've ever seen a middle order like that. That's different gravy. And to be fair,
we used to go Smith, Clark, Hussey, Haddon.
Well, that's not bad either. But I think this one kind of replicates that. Yeah. Basically, to just let you know, I've watched a lot of England cricket. Essentially, the top order, the 2 openers do well usually, so they'll get like to 50 runs in 3 overs, and then they'll both get out in the next over, and then it's just Ollie Pope getting knocked over first ball, and then so we're 50 for 2 after 4 overs, and then Root comes in. They're 50 for 3 after 2 overs, and then Root and Brook come in. They scored 200, and then Stokes comes in, scores about 20, but is there for 90 balls, and he's just blocking an end, and then he gets knocked over.
I thought he used to be the guy that used to go bananas.
He did, and then he's just in a terrible run. He actually played well against India, and he had some good innings, but yeah. And then Jamie Smith, unbelievable. Probably will get 50, and then yeah. So it'll be kind of a case of we'll get to 350 by the time we get to the tail, but it's just like it'll be weird how it happens.
So Ben Stokes is the only guy on the team not implementing the Bazball philosophy. Is that what I'm hearing?
Essentially. And then we get to the bowlers. So the batting lineup I'm really confident in. It's just bowling. Ben Stokes, he's an okay bowler. Gus Atkinson, again, okay. Jofra, hopefully he can just turn into a beast over here. But then apart from that, it's hopefully
Chris Wokes. Is he still?
Yeah, he is still kicking. He was. Like 2 years ago, he was doing commentary. That's how bad it's gone. Yeah, he's not good. He's got grey hair. He literally looks like he's in a retirement village.
England love their old bowlers. I mean, Anderson was going around till there was 45.
Yeah, and look, Wokes. Look, sounds like I'm being a bit harsh because Wokes is kind of like our opening bowler at this point. But so he is so slow, but like sometimes he's on the money. Like sometimes he is like perfect pitch. He's moving the ball.
Big line and length guy. However, sometimes he's not a big line and length guy, and it's short and wide, and he's getting spanked for 60 off the first 6 overs. So yeah. It is inconsistent. So, yeah, bowling, I have no faith in. But again, it's kind of like, it's like, is Australia going to take advantage of the bad bowling? The Australian team is... The questions around the Australian team, which we can move to now, is all around the batting and what you go with. it seems like Kawaja is locked in at the top.
Kawaja's locked in. You've got problems.
But this is it for him. You're playing these 5 games, you're gone. This is it. And it's the unfortunate reality where we have to rely on a 40-year-old Usman Khawaja who hasn't been good in years because we have no other talent. So I would throw in Sam Constas as the other opener.
Really?
He has obviously been diabolical since his debut against India, but I don't know. I just don't know what else you do. Marnus, I think, has played himself back into the team.
That's the thing. That's what Amir and Marnus has played himself back in, and it's kind of like, how bad is it looking if Marnus is playing his way back in? I mean, he hasn't been good for 4 years.
No, but he has hit like 2 centuries in a row. So,
if he hit 20 runs in a row, they probably call him back in.
But yes, I think Marnus at 3. I don't think Marnus can open, so he's got to be 3. Smith obviously 4. Head obviously 5. Smith and Head really are your two guys that you need
to be
scoring runs. They're the bankers.
They've never failed.
Failed. And then it's a lot of people would open Green or play Green at 3. I don't think he's a good enough batter to do that. So if Green's healthy, I'd play him at 6 and then Carey at 7. Bo Webster missing out, which is a bit controversial.
Yeah, you got to pick Bo Webster for me. Bo Webster. He was the best batter. I haven't watched a lot of Australian cricket recently, but I do like to watch the tests especially. But Bo Webster, he's looked like your saving grace almost outside of Smith and Head. So, I'd definitely pick him. And he's got a bit with the ball as well. So, yeah, I think I don't know how you put Marnus in. I don't know how. I disagree.
So is it Marnus or Constas then?
I don't even know what you do with the other opener. I'm completely lost. Constas, I don't think he's even been in good enough form to do it. I saw he hit a 50 in fucking, New South Wales Cup or whatever. But yeah, I don't even know what. I'm just going to ignore the other opener because I have no idea what you're going to do. Maybe you put Marnus at opener. I don't know. But I think you got to put Cam Green at 3 and Bo Webster at 7, 8. I think it's got to be like that. You've lost Pat Cummins, who's your best sort of bowling all-rounder. He's the only one. I mean, Starkey can do a bit with it. Boland can't. I know Boland's a great bowler, but he cannot bat. So Nathan Lyon, he can bat a bit, but, you need that tail. You need someone at the tail that can hit a few runs, especially with the amount of runs that England are probably going to generate. So, yeah, I think it's got to be a Bo Webster late on for me.
Yes, well, it'll be interesting, and it's definitely going to be the last Ashes for probably all the bowlers, definitely in Australia.
I don't know who's coming through. That's the thing. You've played them all these years.
Nathan Lyon's going to be 45 next time.
You're not wrong. No, yeah, it's a weird one.
Does Nathan Lyon play cricket other than Test matches for Australia?
No, none of them do.
He just rolls around for the Test matches every year.
That's what they do. They literally cannot do it because they can't play it because they're that old. They don't train. They're just like, okay, let's play for Australia again. It's a weird one. I think it's kind of like it is such a weird one because it's clearly each team has a superiority in either batting or bowling. And it's just which one's going to get on top. And looking historically, we've seen Australian bowlers dominate in Australia. And maybe that's probably what I'm leaning towards. Maybe the bowling trumps sort of England's batting. And look, England's batting, they're very good batters, but they're risk takers. So, and Australian bowlers are all about lining length. So is there much risk to take with the length and the bounce and the movement that you get on Australian pitches? So,
but they do, if you get a hold of Scott Boland early and don't let him get into a rhythm, I feel like you can take advantage of that.
Well, it's the same thing with Stark as well. I think Stark I've always looked at Stark as like someone you can get runs off, and because he's always the most expensive. But he takes wickets. But he can take big wickets. So you can't keep him out of the team, especially with the injury to Cummins. If it was me, I would have probably picked Boland over Stark.
Really?
Yeah, if Cummins was healthy, yeah.
What and then the thing, who's like the next man up if Hazelwood inevitably goes down?
Jai Richardson, like
Sean Abbott.
Yeah, what do you have? Like you haven't introduced any new young bowler. Like the new bowler was fucking Boland.
Yeah,
like that was the other guy because before that there was nobody. Like at least Boland was like kind of, but he's not young. He's what is he 33?
Old, like 36.
What are you gonna do? They're all gonna. I've said it, but they're all gonna retire. They're all gonna do like a one press conference, and they're all 5 of them are gonna retire at the same time, and it's gonna be like, right,
who can bowl in this country?
What's happening? And look, it's probably good timing for them to do their last one right now because the worst thing, and I know this as an England fan, the worst thing is getting embarrassed in an Ashes. I mean, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, you almost want to time your changeovers around the Ashes. So, like you say, this is it. Now the new guys have 2 years to acclimatise.
Exactly.
And then,
hey, look, we lose to fucking India and Pakistan. Who gives a fuck? We need to be competitive in the Ashes. So, I'd honestly, after the 5th Test match, I think they should all just sit down in the press conference and say, "We're
Cummins
done."
can stay. Cummins can stay.
But how old is Cummins? Cummins
He's a bit younger, like 33 maybe.
Yeah, but he's got injury issues. He's always had injury issues, but he's got injury issues at 33. How long is he going to even last 2 years?
He can last 2 years.
He'll be pushing it.
Old Cummo can last 2 years.
Don't you? He just doesn't play another cricket match until the Ashes in 2 years' time.
And the other thing to consider is, with Cummins out, Steve Smith most likely becomes the captain again.
Bit of sandpaper's gonna be had.
I wonder how the Barmy Army will go.
Yeah. Look, I think Smith is obviously a very capable captain, and we all know Davey Warner was behind the sandpaper gate, so we don't need to, bag him too much. Talk about Davey Warner. I mean, he is talking out of his arse.
Him and Stuart Broad going at it.
Look, and respect that's what we love about the Ashes. You've got David Warner, we got Stuart Broad, and that's just perfect. Davey Warner's a little pipsqueak that likes to chat, and Stuart Broad
scores a lot of runs.
Yeah, but Stuart Broad
not against Stuart Broad.
Yeah, yes. So look, I think it's great to see those guys talk in all reality. So yeah, it's great to hear those guys sort of yapping about the Ashes, and it gets us excited. But no, I think it's going to be a tough one. I don't know what your prediction is. I think we wrap up the podcast with a prediction. What do you reckon it's going to be?
Look, I think it's going to be close. I think it was 4-0 last time you came, something like that, with a draw. I think it's going to be closer than that. There's almost always at least one draw. So I'm gonna say there's 2 draws and Australia win 2-1.
2 draws in Australia. That's rare. I can't see it being 2 draws. I can't see because just the weather. You just can't, and how quick England play. There's just like they take out the draw.
Okay, yeah, 1 draw.
Are you feeling it 2-2?
No.
Yeah, well, you retain the Ashes.
Another retain.
Australia love to say that they retain.
Honestly, I could see 2-2, but I'm just going to go 3-1 then.
You're going 3-1 to England. That's good. That's really humble of you. Yeah. I appreciate that. I don't even think they can be 1 draw. I'm going to be honest. I think the only time England I feel have ever drawn in Bazball era is because of the weather. So, and no matter what, they just play.
I mean, they could. There's you can get 2 days of rain.
There was a couple draws in the India series. So, I'm going to say, look, there might be 1 draw because there might be just 1 game where neither bowling team. It's just going to be like both teams get 500 runs in the first inning, and it's just like, what are we doing here? I'm going to go 3-1 England.
3-1 England.
I think I'm going to go 3-1 England. My gut says it could be 2-2 as well. But I think it's, as an England fan, I've never been more confident going into an Ashes.
Never been more confident.
And look, I was 9 years old when I was this confident. And we won 5-0. So, but every other time I was scared to death. So, and especially recently. So, yeah. I think Jofra Archer coming back into the squad. I just think there isn't a better time, especially in Australia. In England, I've had hope over recent years, but in Australia, I've never had hope. But this is like the first time I've got hope. So
Right.
I've got to predict us to win, even though
Look, it's definitely one of the more competitive series in Australia in a while. Obviously, since that, what was it, 2010 when they won
5-0. Yeah,
around that time. Alistair Cook carving us up.
Andrew Strauss, Trot. Oh, those were the days.
Ian Bell and the like.
Oh, Collingwood. Oh,
It's weird. Because I ended up really liking that England team.
mm.
But even though they won that series, it would still feel like every game was competitive and close.
Did it?
Maybe that's just 9-year-old me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I all I remember is like England being like 2 for 400, and I'm like, what the fuck is even the point of playing? You've got like Ben Hilfenhaus bowling, and it's like, who was the spinner that had the really
Lyon?
weird motion? No, the one before Lyon. He was blonde.
Shane Warne.
No, I guarantee it wasn't Shane Warne. He played like T20.
Zampa.
No, I know it wasn't Zampa. It was somewhat. Anyway, but you had like Dougie Bollinger and you had Ben Hilfenhaus. Yeah, it just wasn't the best Australian team.
Mitch Johnson, was he playing?
Might have been younger.
Ryan Harris.
No, I don't think Ryan Harris was in the team at that time. But no, I think, yeah, look, it's going to be tough. And I just can't wait for the first ball. The first ball is always the best time. You're sitting back. You're on your couch.
But it's just
sun's beating.
You're not on the couch unless there's a start on a weekend.
Hopefully,
because now that
if it's not, I'm taking
adults that have to work.
I'm taking a day off if it's not. I mean, surely. But no, it usually starts on the Saturday and then moves into the week. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully England get up and yeah, that's all, folks. Thanks for
That's it.
listening and yeah, see you later. Like and subscribe.
Peace out.